Hi, I'm Tyson Schwartz, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Softlight. Today I wanted to talk about Zen Windows and the Lotus window. As we move into the exterior of the window, one of the first features I wanted to talk about is the fact that the window is fully welded, both the main frame and sashes, as opposed to mechanically fastened where joints can work their way apart and water and air can get inside the window. With a fully welded window, that just is not going to happen. One of the next characteristics about the window is the fact that this has got a beautiful exterior bevel. It gives it more of a modern and contemporary appearance, as opposed to some of those inexpensive windows that you might find on the market that are more boxy looking. This offers great curb appeal and blends right into your house. One of the next characteristics on the window is the fact that we have an exterior glazing bead. So the harder the wind blows on the outside, the tighter the seal gets on the inside. Again, preventing air and water from permeating into the inside of the house. Next, we have this fully extruded screen. So it's very strong, very durable, and it also features a locking screen. So it gives you a little added protection to the outside. As we move towards the inside of the window, one of the first features on the window is the vent latches. We have dual vent latches, and with the push of a couple of buttons there, when we bring the bottom sash up, you can vent on the bottom sash. Now, some people prefer to vent the top sash, so all we have to do is pull the lift rail down, and you've got venting on the top sash. Now we disengage these vent latches, and the next characteristic on the window we wanted to go through was the dual tilt latches. They're ergonomically designed, and they're featured on both the bottom and top sash. So when we tilt the windows in, or both sashes in, you can see how easy it is to clean the exterior of the glass from the inside of the house. When we re-engage that top sash, one of the next features on the window that I wanted to go through with you is this full-length interlock that we have. So when we bring that bottom sash back into place and we lock it, that lock draws the interlock into the window, both sashes together, and it does a fantastic job of preventing air and water from coming into the window. This lock is also a delta lock. It's zinc cast. It's extremely strong, extremely durable. So it's a terrific lock, and again, it helps draw that interlock into the window. The next feature on the window is this lift rail. It's extruded right into the sash. There's one for the bottom sash, one for the top. Some windows feature snap-on lift rails. We don't do that, so you're not going to have anything coming off in your hand or anything like that. Again, making for the window to be extremely strong and extremely durable. Next, we feature the CERTA constant force balance system, and the great thing about this is when that sash is engaged, it really is fingertip operation, raising and lowering the sash. So the final characteristic that I wanted to discuss on the Lotus window was this fiberglass reinforcement that's standard on the window. So let's summarize that meeting rail. We've got an interlock, we've got the delta lock, and now we've got fiberglass reinforcement as standard. So that draws everything together, and that's why this window features a 0.06 air infiltration rate, which is well below the industry standard. So let's take a closer look at the corner cut. There's several characteristics that I want to touch on. First is the comfort foam insulation that we use here. There's various different philosophies that manufacturers have. One is not having any foam at all. The other is using stick foam that's just thrown in, it's not form fitted. And then finally we use this comfort foam. The great thing about it is it form fits right to the window. So there's no open voids, no open spaces. So the comfort foam works extremely well as opposed to some of these others that are on the market. The next feature that I wanted to talk about is this straddle gasket that you see. When the window is engaged and locked, you can see this Q-line weather stripping goes over the top of this upturned leg and creates what we call a straddle gasket. So when the window is locked and air or water is trying to get into the inside of your house because it's windy or what have you, it's got to go underneath the straddle gasket, over the upturned leg, towards the inside of the window. Then it hits something called our structural interlock that's featured on the lift rail that we talked about earlier. So it's got to go underneath the weather stripping there, underneath the structural interlock, over the inside dam of the window, and then towards the inside of the house. Great theory. Let's talk about realistic. That's just air and water is not going to make it towards the inside of your house. Finally, the last feature of the window we wanted to talk about today is the super spacer system. The great thing about super spacers, it's a non-metallic glazing system, so there's no transfer of heat or cold. On top of it, it's the only dual seal glazing system on the market today. So it gives you great energy performance, it gives you great protection against heat and cold conductivity towards the inside of the house, and it gives you a great overall window U-value. We've talked about many features and benefits of the Lotus window today, from the 12-point fusion welded technology to the Certiforce constant force balance system, all the way down to the super spacer glazing system. The final standard feature that I wanted to go over today was the triple glass system that's in the Lotus window, and we call that the Ultra S glass system. Again, it features super spacer as the glazing system, triple glass, 2 coatings of climate control low E, argon is filled in both chambers, and this results in the overall U value of the window being a 0.21, and the solar heat gain coefficient is a 0.26. This makes the Lotus window Energy Star rated, and it is recognized as an Energy Star most efficient product. Thank you for investing your time with me today and learning a little bit about windows.